Welcome, Kings and Queens, to another episode brought to you by us, the educators. I am Oba, and I'm here with my brothers.
What's good, everybody? Shabazz.
What up, family? Facts over emotion.
And we're bringing you a special Championship Contenders Series in regards to the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you've been paying attention, if you're a Laker fan, you probably have high blood pressure for the last 3-4 years.
Always. And they transfer that to the GMs of the Lakers.
Yes.
Hey, but you guys see it though. If you're not first, you last when it comes to Laker, the organization, that franchise. It's about championships. You ain't winning championships. Ain't like we the Clippers.
And you gotta respect it. Sometimes I feel like I harbor that feeling as a fan, where it's like you want to win a chip, and it's like anything else is not good.
No, for sure.
But at the same time, if you have a respectable team, you kind of see that like, all right, I can deal with this.
No question, yeah.
But the Lakers is always like, either we're a great team or we're just some garbage, and there's no in between.
And they set themselves up for it every time with the impatience.
Facts.
It's the pressure that the fans put on them. So,
and it's the market. Like I said, LA, and the market, everything that comes with it. It's just a lot of attention that's paid to it. LA and New York, and that's just a natural thing. So you have to be ready for it.
Yeah.
You understand? So the first thing we're gonna explain is the new additions. Now, as you can see, we're playing this clip, as you can see below us, and the title of this clip, shout out to the guy who made this video, I forgot his name, but it'll be in the description. The Lakers did rob the trade deadline.
No, for sure.
Straight up.
One of the big winners.
Think about this. The players they lost, they traded out was Russ, Juan Toscano, Daniel Jones, and they had 2 picks, they only let out 1.
Yeah. And they gave up Pat Beverly.
And Pat Beverly, that's the other key person, Pat Beverly. So Pat Beverly's gone, who was kind of like, he didn't really do that much.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pelinka. Daniel Jones barely played. Juan Toscano really didn't play.
Yeah.
And Russ was kind of like, I'll take D'Lo. I'll take this Russell over that Russell.
Straight up.
Man, Russ was just trying to have fun, man.
And hey,
let's get this going. Let's get greedy. Let's get real greedy, man. Let's get real greedy. Let's get greedy, man. We got on through, man.
Keep having fun, bro.
Yes, sir.
You happy for the next man? Keep having fun, bro. Win, lose, or draw, have fun. Just keep having fun, bro. Come on, man.
The chemistry was kind of off, and even you see tweets about LeBron saying, "I love this team," and players on the team saying, "This team is so exciting to watch," and it is. And you can see, I always say, you can see when the team is enjoying basketball. And this group right here, the new additions they got. D'Lo, as you saw earlier in the clip, Jared Vanderbilt, who's like an all-around, do-everything defensive player who can really guard all 5 positions.
Versatile.
Exactly. And Malik Beasley, sharpshooter. You can say LeBron always needs sharpshooters.
Yeah.
3-and-D type guy. He got them to feel like that J.R. Smith role, Shumpert.
Exactly. And he has good size. Because at one point, the Lakers were playing 3 point guards under 6 foot.
Like that, yeah.
6'2". They were playing Schroeder with Westbrook with Beverly.
Yep.
I don't understand. Darvin Ham, we're gonna get into that later.
And
but
you can see this would be Pat Beverly trying to check Luka.
Exactly.
But now you got a 6'9" guy with a hell of a wingspan playing all types of defense in the pass lane and all that.
All right, look at this.
Don't add up.
So that's the part when you see that, like, how did they get all of this out of what we just said they lost?
And what they gave up. Did we say Thomas Bryant?
Yeah, Thomas Bryant but he was in a separate trade to Denver. So even Thomas Bryant wasn't even a factor in this main trade that brought these players.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's the part where people always give Pelinka a bad rap because of the anxiety, because of the stress, because of the high expectations. But Pelinka's done a good job.
Facts.
He's won a chip. And then LeBron's bratty ass cried for Russell Westbrook and for him to get rid of the team that's won a chip. For him to get the team LeBron wants to mess up and then have to fix LeBron's problem again.
Definition of never being satisfied.
Hey.
Le GM.
And this situation, I can't even call it GM because that's respectful to Pelinka. Pelinka did this.
Facts.
This ain't LeBron. And we'll talk about it later because LeBron wanted something else. He about to let go of his good man. That's what LeBron wanted to do. But Pelinka made this sound move, and sometimes they say less is more. You understand? You can't always go for the high flash. We say the same thing with women. Sometimes you can't go for the girl with the big chest and the big rear end. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta go something that's chill, that makes more sense long term, man.
For sure. You ain't always gotta hit a home run. A double is good.
Exactly. So based on y'all watching right now, I think the Lakers are 6-2 since the trade.
Yep.
They have #1 defense.
Yep.
Mo Bamba hasn't played. He has an injury that has him out for the year.
Yeah.
What are you guys seeing in these new additions? Like, what's got you excited, or what do you still want to see more of? What are you skeptical about?
Off jump, you can see the energy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was what the Lakers were struggling with before.
Yes.
Is like the enthusiasm to play basketball.
I
You know,
agree.
as soon as this trade happened, we're seeing it again, even with AD.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Playing motivated basketball, really trying to win.
Yes.
You know,
To an extent, but yes.
Yeah, fact, to
Yeah.
an extent.
And like we was talking earlier, you got two guys who want to be in LA on a contract year.
Yes.
D'Angelo Russell.
Yep.
You got Vanderbilt, who are guys who, like I said, want to be there. Vanderbilt, this, like you said earlier, it's his first time to get a big time contract, so he's gonna go out there and balls to the wall. Let him
Yes.
hang.
Yes. And like I said, and the market, the attention, the stakes are high. Even like I said, people say the Lakers had no chance of winning. This is, in my life of growing up, you can usually tell who's gonna win a chip.
Yeah.
Not for
The
sure.
last 3-4 years, the NBA has had more parity than I've seen for most of my life.
Not for sure.
And this year probably is the most wide open I've ever seen in the NBA.
Flop
Like
City.
we said
Yes.
earlier, like the 5 through 12 seed are 2 games apart in the Western
Yes.
Conference.
Yes. And the Lakers went from, with the win, they moved up from 13 to 10. And they could have went to, last night they played the Knicks as of this recording, they lost. They could have went to 6. So like you said, 5
Victor, yeah.
5 through 13 is a slim margin. But if you look at just the roster talent, the Pelicans are missing Zion.
Yeah.
The Mavs, Kyrie and Luka both having injury problems. Conti Towns not playing for Timberwolves. Kawhi and PG go down any second. You understand? So you look at all these teams, it comes down again. That's why we have so much parity, and we keep mentioning all the other videos. The common theme is health.
Yeah.
If they can stay healthy, they're probably legitimately the top 3-4 seed in the NBA.
Yeah.
If they can stay healthy.
I agree with that. Like, and that's just been the common theme. The street clothes can't stay on the court.
Exactly. And
The GM can't stand on the court. But as you said earlier, people don't think they have a chance. Folks, I'm people.
yes,
I don't see them
feel you.
having a chance.
I feel you.
Like the West is the West. Like you said earlier, the Kings. Like I don't really take them serious.
Nope.
Grizzlies, Ja, you never know if you're gonna have it on them or not.
Too many injuries
hey,
on the Grizzlies.
Whether Ja self-destructs
Yeah, for
or
sure.
his teammates just don't make it, because right now Steven Adams out. What's his name? Brandon Clark is out for the season, and that's a huge.
Yeah.
Their rebounding and their versatility at the big position
Yeah,
is a
sure.
huge thing for that team.
Straight up.
Huge void, and then put a lot of strain on Triple J.
So I'm gonna go out and already say that like Grizzlies are done.
The season's over.
Grizzlies have no chance of getting to the finals. No chance.
The people that already lost last year in the offseason,
Yeah, for sure.
and then the injuries they just suffer now, they out.
I'll go out on a limb and say this: if the Grizzlies went to the finals, I'll cut my hair.
Mm.
Y'all hearing it?
Hey.
If they was the finals,
Hey,
I'll
show
cut my
the
hair.
locks. Show them the locks.
I would cut my hair. You saying this is like 5 years of growth?
Hey, Grizzlies, please don't go to the finals.
Hey.
I don't want to see you without the locks,
Hey,
Grizzlies, please.
good,
man.
good. Hey, man. Hey, that's how confident I am. That's how confident I am. So my point is that, like, when you look at the talent, like I said, the Clippers to me are the scariest team if they're healthy, and they're like what 7 seed or something.
No, for sure.
The Mavs, if they get healthy, they're scary. KD and what's the name? They're scary as hell too.
Yo,
So that's the part where
all these teams scarier than the Grizzlies.
exactly. Now the key thing is going to be their chemistry. And one big issue that has been in the Lakers' way, when we saw Kobe go for like, what was it, Kobe's last year?
No, for sure. Yeah.
Remember, that's when D-Lo, that's how the world goes full circle.
Oh, man.
That's when D-Lo was there.
Mhm.
And you could see the lack of development and how D-Lo's growth was kind of stunted
Nah, fact.
in that situation.
Yeah.
And you could see how like LeBron going for this record was kind of like stopping the way he naturally plays. You
Getting
understand?
everybody involved.
Yeah, you
Winning
understand?
basketball.
Winning
He
basketball.
was playing like Kobe.
Exactly.
Straight up.
And it wasn't as atrocious or as egregious as Kobe was, where Kobe would just be like, man, I'm going for it.
Mhm.
So
104.
LeBron, yeah, like he has a way of making his numbers look good.
The fakeness.
The fakeness, exactly.
The fakeness of LeBron. Like you
Exactly.
already said, like, the way LeBron is just as a person, as a leader, When it's going good, LeBron's a great leader.
Exactly.
When it's not going well, you've seen how the start of the season went.
Facts.
And every year the Lakers have struggled.
Facts. So I feel like this is the perfect timing for him to have broken the record, and now they can stay focused as a team.
Straight up.
For sure.
And they can actually just go for what matters. Because even the 2 games that he played with them, he had like 15 points one game, 20 points another game, and they won clearly.
Yeah.
I think there's a clip of AD's talking to LeBron, was like, man, we up 25. Why you worrying? Or why you? And they haven't been up like that in most games. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the part where you can see how that changed them in terms of rest, health, their ability to play on defense.
Yeah.
You understand? So now that's out the way. The key thing left is their health. And we know street clothes. We know LeBron.
Old man Jenkins.
Yeah.
And the last monkey wrench, not just only health that could hold the Lakers back.
Yes.
I don't eat no pork, but they got Darvin Ham.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And coaching could definitely hold them back.
And the funny thing is that this all goes together in terms of this all goes together because Darvin Ham's ability to control the personalities on the team in combination with LeBron being a fake leader, AD being a soft leader.
Yeah.
You understand? It's going to take a lot of things to break right because, as we mentioned earlier, Le GM was trying to trade AD for Kyrie.
Kyrie, yes sir.
A couple weeks ago.
And people don't know that, and we go back to the record scoring night, as we just mentioned. If you see the clip, you go on our IG page, I did a breakdown on the scoring night and all that, and it was very obvious that something was bothering AD.
I'm sure the whole team was excited. AD was sitting there like, and
even if you go deeper, everybody who's 10 plus years and probably already knows LeBron didn't really react as excited as the young dudes.
for sure,
Like Pat Beverly, Russell Westbrook, they all kind of like was like, yeah.
No, for
But
sure.
it was kind of like, all right, let's
These
get back to
young
the
cats
game.
are just watching their childhood hero.
Exactly. So in terms of the chemistry standpoint, that night AD had like 10 points. He had like 6 shot attempts. They were only down 3 when the record was broken. He said his reason was because he was mad.
Yeah.
They say Rich Paul ain't talked to him for like 2 weeks up until that game. So you can imagine if you're in a foxhole with somebody that you trust, that brought you here, that says that I'm your man, I'm gonna teach you everything, and then now he trying to get you traded. I'd rather you tell me, hey bro, you're not healthy. I need my career.
Move on,
Straight
yeah.
up.
We might try to get you traded.
Have a straight up conversation.
We're gonna get you somewhere good because him and Luka, that's a nightmare.
Man, what?
Like that's a nightmare. But Le GM, Le Snake, LeBron has a history of doing shady things. We're gonna do a video about how LeBron destroys teams, how he sucks the life out of teams.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He leads in success, but we're seeing it now. And Darvin Ham, like you said earlier, is not the guy.
Not for sure at all.
It's clear.
The Lakers, they always just putting these guys at the head who know damn well should not be there. Luke Walton should have never been a Lakers coach.
Nope. Frank Vogel shouldn't have been a
Frank
Lakers
Vogel
coach.
should never been a Lakers coach. Luckily, they had Jay Kidd that year as an assistant coach to like guide that team. But it's crazy how like some of these guys just get this job.
Here's a common thing though. Once we go back to LeBron. LeBron likes to get coaches that he can control.
For sure, for sure.
Because the first person they're going to talk to is LeBron
Yeah, for
about
sure.
this coach and that coach. LeBron's either going to get a black coach who, that's one thing I can respect is that he allowed black coaches to come up like Mike Brown, Ty Lue.
Yeah,
You understand? He's going to advocate for the black coach, which
Yeah.
I can appreciate that. But then he'll also, you got to remember, before Ty Lue got the job, what's his,
David Black.
David Black took him to the finals
Yeah,
Facts.
for sure.
Facts.
in the first year
Yeah.
and got rid of Cuz.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Eric Spoelstra, LeBron couldn't argue with him. You see, they got into it. They
Yeah,
clashed.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
You
He
understand?
even bumped him.
Yes, that infamous
Respectful ass
bump.
nigga.
So my whole point is that LeBron is very toxic, but he's the type of toxic person like some females where like in front of everybody everything looks good,
Yeah.
For sure.
and behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying?
It's a mess.
Whole
It's
different
a mess.
person.
A whole different person.
Straight up. Straight up.
So that's the part, but he has superior talent. It's like the girl that's super bad and
Like, sure.
has a lot of benefits, but you going through hell. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they sit at 11 seed, and we have about 15 games to go. I want to know, what are your expectations for them if healthy? What are your expectations for them between the playing game, between getting to 6 seed? Because you mentioned earlier about the 6 seed.
Yeah, with the Lakers, like how between 5 and 12 or 5 and 13, they're all 2 games apart.
Exactly. So, what are you guys' thoughts on like where this team can finish this year and going forward if they make a trade for AD and Kyrie and things like that nature? Like, what do you see this team this year and next 2-3 years?
I'll get started off. This year, I would say for them benefit, just for them to get out the first round, wherever wherever Sacramento Kings is seated, either the 3 or the 2, that's where I want to be. So if they're the 2, I want to be the 7. They're the 3, I want to be the 6. Just to get out that first round. Other than that, me personally, I don't see it happening out of the first round. And then moving forward.
But before you go forward, so you said Sacramento specifically. You don't think this team could beat the Grizzlies or the Nuggets if they are full health? The Lakers. If they are full health, playing this Grizzlies team.
The Nuggets, I say no. The Grizzlies, it all depends on the job situation and whatnot. Just for the simple fact, I think coaching, like when it comes down to those moments, coaches do make a difference. I know you got LeBron; he's a computer with it and all that and whatnot. But let's call a spade, man. He's 38, so time is catching up with him. If healthy, like that's a big ass if. That's when you talking about street clothes.
Yeah.
I don't know if D'Lo, if he's gonna be that same guy in the playoffs. He just be a little lackadaisical for my liking in the playoffs. And some of these guys, they haven't been there before, so the moment may be a little too big for them against certain teams. But like I said, like that's why I like the Kings for them, because the Kings, they also have these young guys who haven't been there yet. So, but that could be Mike Brown's revenge against LeBron. So who knows?
So to counterpoint, D'Lo, Beasley, Vandy, all been in playoffs for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Not for sure.
On top of the fact that they're not going to be asked to lead, it's going to be these two that's leading them. It's healthy. Now, the same Denver team that you said that they can't beat, they already got rid of them in this year. Right now, these are the clips from 2020.
Oh, yeah, that's bubble time. Yeah, I remember.
So I'm just talking about if healthy. I ain't talking about nothing else. Between that and then the Grizzlies.
And that's why I like the Nuggets. The Nuggets, they should have revenge on their mind if the Lakers is in their face.
I can dig that. Jokic has to have revenge, and Jamal Murray can't. I mean, he's not 100%. Like, he's not the same guy he was in the bubble.
Not for sure.
I'm not gonna lie.
He still give you 20 a game.
If I'm the Lakers, only team I don't want to see in the first round is the Clippers.
Yeah.
In the West, maybe the Suns too. I'll say the Clippers and the Suns. Those are like the 2 teams you don't want to see in the first round. Outside of that, in the West, like when healthy, the Lakers could compete with anybody. Like when it comes down to it, playoff time, Braun, you know how that goes. Anthony Davis, he's a champion at this point. So if he could stay healthy, I do give the Lakers a chance of winning the championship if both of them are healthy, because they have the talent for it right now.
And that's my point, is that AD when healthy is better than Jokic.
Facts.
And after that, you can't tell me anybody's going to come close to LeBron.
Not for sure.
And now D'Lo, all he got to do is 20-7, 18-7. And now that's already equaling out. Like I said, LeBron's going to take out Jamal Murray and Michael Porter by himself.
Yeah.
If AD plays the way he's been playing, because AD has been hooping.
Not for sure.
Like an MVP level, you know what I'm saying? So, because if AD's healthy and plays like this the whole year, we talking about MVP candidate, Defensive Player of the Year candidate. So that takes Jokic out equally. They equal each other out. LeBron is still LeBron, especially if you actually be a second best player.
Yeah.
Not even LeBron that we think of. This LeBron's averaging 30 this year, 28 for the last 2 years. So even with him being old, the problem is expectations of LeBron carrying a bunch of bums.
Not right.
This is one of the best, most well-rounded, deepest teams I've seen LeBron ever have in his life. Ever.
Damn sure the best Laker team.
Ever. And then you guys understand,
I'm going to say the championship team, the best Lakers team.
Yeah, you can say that, but you got to understand, this team right now, we mentioned these additions: D'Lo, Vandy, Beasley, Austin Reeves, and what's his name? Lonnie Walker missed all of January.
Yeah.
They literally just came back too, and you see now they're catching their stride after missing a month. So that's the other part, and Schroeder has been amazing.
Yeah, he has.
So my point is that we look at how deep they're like
too deep.
9, 10 deep.
That's what she said.
Go ahead. and then, you know what I'm saying? So the reality is that, like, I think this squad equally has a great chance to beat all three of those top teams in the West. Like,
Man, since you put stuff down, man, the Lakers beat one of them teams, man, I'll shave my beard. You would shave your lives, I would shave my beard. If the Lakers come out the first round,
If the first round?
No, I said the top three.
Okay.
They play them top three guys.
Okay, yeah. I like that. That drink part gonna be gone, bro. They're healthy, bro. But because street clothes,
man, street clothes ain't gonna let me down.
Street clothes ain't gonna let you down. But can we say based on health? Because if you go down, that's one thing we're expecting.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So continue on. I want you to continue on with the future projections. You said this year,
future. If LeBron gets his way and he gets Kyrie there, the only way you're gonna get Kyrie there, is either AD or you taking D'Lo and Vandy and maybe that first round draft pick they wasn't trying to give up. But I think he might want to go for that even swap and just get Kyrie for AD and work it that way. And then, they're on the same team. Shit, Bron might be able to give him his Nike deal back.
Go ahead. Hey, LeBron, I don't think he's gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's actually interesting. That's one thing I've been wondering this whole time is that the whole LA market. Because you see Kyrie do the live about how he's like how are we free if we're still in meat markets and sports gambling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Kyrie, this is the part where like I said, I love Kyrie. I stand for a lot of things that he stands for. But it's certain level of confusion that I'm like, come on, bro. You play in Boston and New York. You hated the media aspect of it. My God, you gonna go to LA and then go play with this grimy. You know LeBron's grimy.
Facts.
You know it. But I'm trying to figure out what kind of avenue. Cause I saw him on LeBron's The Shop. LeBron wasn't there.
Yeah.
Sure. One of the few times LeBron's not on the episode.
For sure.
Which is weird to me.
But like you said, on shows he always shout Bron out. And he was I'm athlete. He shouted Bron out as well.
Did.
Like he wants to be back. He wants to make an off the mistake that he did.
He did. But then LeBron calls him out and saying that wasn't good. That he shouldn't have posted that.
Not for sure.
You know what I'm saying? To try to appease his Jewish puppets. Puppet masters.
LeBron gonna do whatever the white man tell him.
You know what I'm saying? So, but then LeBron doubled back and was like, "Hey,
you can't suspend him for that long.
That's not right." That's why it's very confusing about what's going on, and so that's why I'm interested. You make that comment. That's a great point about Nike and LeBron being like one of the faces of Nike, and whether he gets. I don't know if Kyrie wants the thing back. He shouldn't try to get it back. He should just leave it where it's at. I think he's going to be with this black-owned brand.
Them new Kyries, he was covering up the Nike sign. Them joints got fire.
Oh yeah, fact. The moccasin joints.
Yeah.
So Shabazz, I want to hear your take. You were saying this year you feel like they can beat anybody.
The Lakers went healthy this year. They could beat anybody in the West, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I would say in the first round, it depends on who they play. Because LeBron's going to be fresh off an injury if he does end up playing. So if they do, the Nuggets could catch them slipping in the first round if LeBron's still recovering from the injury.
I agree.
But if the team, like we said, hypothetically, if they're fully healthy, they got a full head of steam going into the playoffs. This trade, it made them way deeper than we've ever seen the Lakers in the past couple years.
That's what she said.
But
this Lakers team right now is better than this Lakers team.
Facts. They're too deep. Like, you telling me Kuzma better than anybody in the starting lineup?
I don't know, son. You got Kuzma, you got Caruso. We had a seasoned Rondo.
So we got D'Lo,
Danny Green.
You got Reeves. You got Schroeder. All these players are very, very good.
Lonnie Walker
was their third leading scorer before the trade deadline, before he went down to injuries.
Yep.
And Reeves is a
Rui
problem.
Hachimura,
How about Rui?
They're too deep. They're too deep.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
What was the KCP was on that team, right? Like I'm taking the 2020 team.
I could dig that. I'm gonna take this team.
Moore's one of the twins.
Nah, this team right now is way more talented.
Yeah, they're too deep.
But this team's also balanced
You love
too.
that phrase.
Huh? No. I'm just saying that's a common phrase, too. But in terms of the depth, it's just I would say they're both equally good teams, but I feel like D'Lo and Vanderbilt are the two unique players that this team don't have. And then you have all the other players to supplement them. Because in my opinion, Reeves is a better version of Caruso because he gives you probably 80% to 70% of defense, but he gives you way better offense.
I get that.
Because Reeves is a slept on. Hey, if y'all know Austin Reeves, for real, he's just one contract and 30 minutes away from being an elite player. I say elite, the word gets thrown around too loosely. I would say a legitimate starter,
high level player.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you see third option potential on the championship team?
Yes. 100%. Even though there's a reason why LeBron loves him as a teammate, because he literally has no weakness in his game.
Yeah.
Other than he's not going to be an elite defender. You don't want him guarding the elite offensive players, but he'll still make them calls like 2 or 3 turnovers on them.
He gonna make you work.
And he gonna make you work on defense too.
Both ways.
And he can run the offense.
Exactly.
And he's 6'6".
Plays, no complaints.
Yeah, so
a good team player.
Plays off ball.
Yup.
So that's the part where I think that this team is definitely deeper. And then you said future projections again.
Future projections for this team, I would say their window is, with this current team, with LeBron, I would say 2 years. They have 2 years with LeBron, because after this year, I really don't see AD staying past this offseason. I see AD getting traded in the offseason.
The snake has been him too hard. I saw a crazy thing that said this was the longest teammate, tenured teammate he's had in a while, is AD. Every single teammate that is elite, it took 4 years. Somebody did a breakdown. I can't remember who it was. And they went through all the key players that have played with LeBron, and Kevin Love said it was the most stressful time in his life.
Cancer.
You know what I'm saying? True.
Yeah, they had a mental breakdown.
Yeah, the GM.
Playing LeBron.
Griffin said he was stressed as hell. If you would have seen Pat Riley after LeBron said he wanted to leave, how mad he was. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Wade got tired of him.
Yep.
You feel me? Kyrie, you talked about earlier, got tired of him. So there's a clear pattern. And players who play with LeBron after 3-4 years, you get tired of it. It's all right, I need something new. So AD's going on 5 years now. So that's why it's a great point you made in terms of 2 more years, and the fact that he already tried to put you in a trade without telling you. What makes it even weirder is LeBron's basically your agent.
Not that right.
And that's crazy. The fact that y'all said Rich Paul didn't call him or hasn't answered his call for 2 weeks, that's the LeBron effect.
That's LeBron effect. Because here's the thing. Rich Paul's face is on Clutch, but it's LeBron's company until he retires.
Straight up. For sure.
I mean, it's Rich Paul's right now, but once LeBron retires, LeBron's going to be a person that's going to be in the front.
Head CEO.
You know what I'm saying?
In the front lines.
The agent.
Yeah, because right now it's illegal to have an agency while you're a player. So even I peeped on draft night of the All-Star game. I was like, Anthony Edwards? I started thinking, Anthony Edwards signed the Clutch. I was like, why would he draft Anthony Edwards #1 pick?
Yo.
Then it made sense.
LeBron getting the whole league.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to find a new wave of players, because Ben Simmons, John Wall, these Bama's are supposed to be star players in Clutch, and they all kind of going by the wayside. But going back to the point of the chemistry and the future rankings, you said LeBron and AD have 1 more year, 2 years, so there's only 2 more years.
Yeah, only 2 years maximum. If AD makes it past this year in Los Angeles.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense.
But when healthy, they could be anybody. They could compete with the best.
Hey, I agree. I definitely agree with that. And in my estimation, like I said, I agree with y'all that the injuries is going to play a huge role. Street clothes are street clothes for a reason. LeBron needs his team and chemistry, everybody to be healthy for it to go perfect. But I don't trust they're going to be healthy. So that's the only reason why I can't pick them to even get to the finals, just because they're not going to be healthy. And then future prospects, AD, I have no faith in AD being healthy no more. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, it's ever going to happen.
Man like that, hey, we're going to say it again. Shorten the regular season.
And we're going to do a video on this, but the more I look back in history, and I realize, with male testosterone, male energy, LeBron possibly on PEDs, and him being the only person to stay healthy, that it's not even a regular season thing. It's the habits of the average man, whether he plays sports or not, has been tainted in terms of his testosterone levels, his ability for his bones and the things he's eating, the chemicals in the sky. These things didn't exist, you know what I'm saying, back in their day.
Yeah.
So these are the natural things where it's we have the best of everything. How are they getting worse?
Yeah, for sure.
But it goes back to, if you gotta go on a deeper level, where it's that all men are suffering from a sperm count level, from a testosterone level, and that ties to your muscle strength, your muscle mass, your ability to get through strenuous situations physically, and that's why you're seeing players break down. And then you have the extra knowledge of the medical staffs holding players back. Because to hear Paul George say that, you heard Paul George interview?
I did not.
Paul George did an interview. He got a podcast too. It's called Podcast P. And he had one. He was on Jay Reddick podcast, and he mentioned that
we want to play. It's not that we want to sit out. And so it's more so the training staff and the medical group being mindful. It's almost the reverse. They think by giving us time off, it's help managing our bodies. But in honesty, I think it's just making us weaker.
I noticed that during the season, Kawhi was getting mad because he was like, I'm trying to play.
Yeah.
He was like, they keep holding me back, holding my minutes back. So
And he would make subtle comments like that in interviews.
he would. And he's the one that like, huh? Good. And he's the one who wanted that was part of the stipulations in signing Kawhi, that you gotta rest him. But to hear him fight back, you can understand the Clippers where they're coming from because y'all niggas been hurt.
Straight up.
But it's kind of like, damn, the players feel this way. They're trying to play most of the time. So it shows you that there's a deeper issue that the media usually don't address properly. That's why you got to have a forward thing in mind. So, like I said, until society changes, his street clothes are going to be street clothes. Yeah, sure. And they're not winning no more chips, unfortunately, unless they get somebody else like Kyrie. And they trade Anthony Davis for Kyrie, and then they get some other players to fill the roster. They keep D'Lo, keep Vandy, get like maybe another defensive player, and then that team could probably win a championship.
That's what it's going to take to win while Bron's there.
Facts. So, anything else you want to add to the Lakers and LeBron and the GM and Los Angeles? That's like a mouthful. Pause. Los Angeles.
Man, I just want to add, I hope the Lakers don't beat these top 3 seeds. I'm trying to keep this beard, bro. Struggle beard is real.
Hey, go ahead. Hey, Ja trying to be that guy, so I ain't got to worry about my locks. You know what I'm saying? He trying to NBA young boy.
Straight out the trenches.
You know what I'm
Literally NBA young boy.
Literally. So, with that being said, try to make sure that, let's say, decisions you make sense, and you know the people who are working with you in the foxhole, and don't tie yourself to people who you know have a historical examples of turning their back on people or stabbing people in the back. Because AD was very like wide-eyed to go play with LeBron.
He's definitely loyal, like
yeah, and you could see it.
Like a fanboy type.
Yeah. Literally, he was. He was. So now I can't even be mad because LeBron's always done this.
Yeah. Sure.
It's like when you tell your mans or somebody close to you, like, hey, bro, I don't know if you date her. She used to be a roller. She used to do this. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you took it back. I hear rolling in a minute.
Yeah, I did. And he goes ahead and does it. And then when it happens, you're like, damn, I told you, bro.
Yeah, man.
So with AD, you got a chip out of it.
Not for sure.
But at the same time, that's why you can't always sacrifice your happiness long term for quick rewards, you know what I'm saying?
And this is the jokes, I'm sorry, but AD light skins, you know how them light skins do.
That too. And he's very sensitive. Because the fact that he thought about he be trying to clean his eyebrow and erase it.
Wax it.
Wax on, wax off.
All tendencies are there. They're all there.
Grew up light skin.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said.
He said grew up light skin.
Hey. With that being said, hey. Make sure everybody around you eats, B.
Everybody eats, B. Grew up like